Hey yo, what's decent? Now I noticed that it's been a long time ever since I posted a 5th gen match in general, so I'm gonna do something special for you guys, and I'm gonna have a triples match. You guys act like I play this stuff all the time, like I don't know what the hell I'm doing in triples, but I just thought about this team, I just like randomly thought of, and I was like, I guess that will only work in a triples match, hence why I'm playing it right now. So my opposition is gonna lead out with Salamence, Quillfish, as well as Espeon, and I respectively lead out with Vanilluxe, Scrafty, and Bronzong. The whole ideal of this team is that 4 guys have explosion, and Scrafty's supposed to fake out something that I think will threaten my trick rumor, and then afterwards I double explode. I have the Jellicent, switching the Jellicent that'll be immune to the explosions, and all of my explosions are backed up by the normal gens, so I'll be able to take out all 3 Pokemon respectively, considering that he wouldn't potentially taunt my trick rumor. But in this case scenario, that I guess that kind of tells me that the next time that I want to use this team and that I do have a triples match, to pack a mental herb on the Bronzong as opposed to having like a like a normal gem or something like that. I guess I was just so enthralled and so like caught up with the fact that I just want to explode in general, that I didn't even like cover my bases as opposed to like the whole setting up the trick room in order to do that effectively was concerned. So now he gets up a DD, and my Vanilluxe, I really wish I didn't take off that move at the last minute. I have Miracle and that Espeon would have been dead at the moment. So I'm gonna switch my Vanilluxe with my Scrafty and then have Scrafty respectively hit Espeon with a crunch. He's gonna set up a layer of spikes. He's dragon dances, so I'm like a little afraid at the moment, but not really, because I do have like the trick room. I have 2 guys that can trick room, so he can't like taunt both of them. So I bought one of them at the moment. I have like the Jellicent, so he's gonna have to pick and choose whether he wants to target the Jellicent and or the Snorlax, because that's kind of why I bought in Snorlax as opposed to bringing in like Licky, because I wanted him to think that I was completely based around setting up and completely relying on that ideal of me having to set up to do so, but I don't really have to do so. So he actually takes himself out with the Life Orb Recoil after he scores a Shadow Ball on my Jellicent. He's gonna go for the taunt on my Snorlax, and then afterwards I just respond respectively with the self-destruct. Normal gem activated. It's not gonna affect my Ice Cream Cone because I went for the Protect, and that should be more than enough to take out both of those. So that's 3 Pokemon down in one go. And none of this would have really happened in the first place had I played it correctly and went for the fake out on the Quillfish, because I do have like the heat proof Bronzong as opposed to having like the levitate. People won't expect that and try to hit it with like a fire blast or something like that, and I'll just respectively get left like 2 explosions, and I have like my Jellicent with the water spout. I mean, it's almost unstoppable if set up correctly. And I took a while to actually think about this team. I was like, something, I'm just gonna exercise it, but I'm not exactly executing it as well as I thought about it. And I'm pretty sure that some of you guys have run into like a situation where you thought of a nice, great ideal to exercise in a battle scenario, but it hasn't exactly come out as well as you would imagine when it comes to the actual battle. And some of that reasoning goes behind poor plays. I mean, honestly, the first turn I should have actually went for the fake out on the Quillfish, and then none of this, the trick with the Rotom and the whole Blissey using the Seismic Toss, like none of this, like I'm telling you, none of this would have been happening right now. He would have been down to 1 Pokemon turn 3. That's how it works. This team always supposed to, I guess, hypothetically speaking, win with a 2-0 or a 1-0, and that's how the team is built. So I'm finally able to get up for Trick Room after Dusknoir takes a valiant effort to try to take out my Jellicent to prevent me from doing so. And then I'm tricked onto the Choice Scarf, so I'm gonna have to do something about that really quickly. I'm faster now, so what I can actually do is I can probably have Scrafty and Bronzong switch places, because I'm thinking that he might probably want to mess around with Scrafty's item as well. So I'm just gonna target the Blissey because Blissey is the most annoying thing right now, but unfortunately I'm not gonna be able to take it out, which is much to my surprise. Like, wow, Blissey took that. So I'm just gonna respawn back with the Shadow Ball. He's down to his last 3 Pokemon, as you guys did see. He switched up to try to get my stats mixed up, which is a good play, but unfortunately for him, he was slower than I am due to the Trick Room, so he wasn't able to do it as fast. What happens when you switch up is that there's Pokemon that you choose to shift, you have to wait until it's like its turn. It doesn't have like any priority or anything like that. It just goes completely according to the Pokemon's speed that you choose to shift around. So since that he's slower, he shifted around a little bit slower than I did. So now I'm I'm able to get my normal gem back onto my bronze line. As you guys did see a little bit earlier on, he's going to respawn back with the Shadow Sneak to finish off my Gelatin. I'm just going to respawn back with my Scrafty to finish off the Dust Storm with Crunch. I do have 2 Pokemon still that have Explosion at this moment. He's gonna trick my Licky the Choice Scarf. Not that it really matters at this moment, but what really happened in this case scenario, that I could have actually finished him off right there, but the fact that I saw Blissey use Wish kind of made me hesitate to do explosions, because it made me think that he had Protect as well. So what I could have actually done that following turn, the turn before actually, was go for the explosion while I was in the middle with Bronzong, explode on everything. Dusto would not be affected, and then just finish off Dusto with the Crunch. That would be a good game right there, but he has the Wish, so I'm gonna have to be a little bit more careful with that. Rotom Bites to Dust, you guys saw a little bit earlier on. I'm just gonna go for the Gyro Ball because I'm trying to time when he'll go for like the Protect or something like that, and I was so tempted to go for the double explosion with my Bronzong and my Licky just now, but what I wanted to do instead was actually ensure my victory by switching in my Scrafty in the middle, so I can go for the Leer to lower his defense so that all my offensive capabilities will be stronger. And what that will do is that just in case I don't happen for some reason to take out the Blissey, or he happens to go for like the Protect, the turn that I decide to go for the Explosion and the Drain Punch on the Blissey, is that my Licky can come in and finish it off. I'm thinking that Power Whip can extend over, because like a turn earlier it was like he happened to miss, so I was like, okay, I guess it's like extensive to the other side of the playing field. But he decides to go for the Protect here. I go for the Drain Punch, Explosion, thinking that he was gonna go for the Wish again, just draining out all my Scrafty's hit points there. He does make the right play. Right now it's just with Licky as well as Blissey, and thanks to the 2 Leers that I was initially able to get off with the Scrafty, Power Whip is going to be a clean cut 2-hit KO even if he protects. So that's crazy. That was a great game. Holy crap. Peace. What you doing?